Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new Fortnite storyline video, and today's video we're going to be discussing the week 3 and week 4 loading screen, where we are currently at with the season 8 storyline and what we can expect to happen throughout the upcoming weeks. It's going to be an interesting video. I've wanted to do this for a while since the first update popped for season 8, so I'm really excited for this. So a quick recap from last week's video. This one actually showed off the week 1 and week 2 loading screen. Basically, we concluded from that video that there's going to be several things going on the map. For example, we have the pirate ship, which could eventually become a major part in the storyline, with the pirates currently setting base up at loads of different locations on the map, as we know. And we discovered that the Fortnite season 8 storyline was a few months down the line from season 7. If you haven't fully checked out that video, we go into a lot of detail regarding the storyline, so make sure you go and check it out. Also, I released a really secret video yesterday regarding the secret spy, which is currently in the Fortnite map. That's an awesome storyline video as well. More of a theory one, that one though, but it definitely is worth a watch. Also, shout out on screen to everyone who's been using my support creator code. If you guys would like a shout out in future videos, go and tweet me at postboxpat or go and message me in my Discord in the support creator section. But that's it with all the shout outs. Let's jump straight into this and show you guys where we are at with these loading screens. So the first loading screen we have is the week 3 loading screen. I've already talked about this in my secret battle star video, and here we have it on screen right now, the secret week 3 loading screen, which you get for completing all of your challenges. Well, this one clearly shows not much really regarding the storyline, which is quite interesting. It kind of gives me an Indiana Jones vibe type thing, but you're not really getting much information out of this. You got the Sidewinder skin running through kind of like a temple type thing, which again, she does look like she's taking something from the temple. I know that's her bat bling, but obviously it potentially could be something else that could trigger something in the future. We're not 100% sure. Usually in these first 1 to 4 or 1 to 6 loading screens, we usually just see the characters having fun in the map, and then big things start to happen. But on my channel, you guys know that I like to dig deep into this sort of stuff and look further than just a standard loading screen. So the first thing that I look at when I look at this is the little white thing in the left. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but I think it's quite interesting. And I also look at the arrows flying past her. We know that we currently don't have anything in the game which is related to a bow and arrow, but if you do check out the season 8 loading or starting screen, you do know that you can have kind of like the bow and arrow type situation. I'll put a little screenshot of that on screen right now. Potentially a bow and arrow coming into the future. It also potentially could be a trap as well. We also do have the banana one on the week 4, which you can see on screen right now, with the bananas actually carrying their king banana. Maybe this could be an unlockable style for the banana skin P8, which would be interesting to see if you could get that helmet, which would make the skin even bigger. It already is pretty big and it's hard to see, but I see with this here, it kind of just looks like they're having fun doing the conga up the volcano. Interestingly enough though, look at the smoke around the volcano. See how it's a little bit purple? Maybe that could be linking to the dark element from the cube. I'm not suggesting that the cube is going to return, because personally I don't think the cube will return, but I do think the dark element at some point in the Fortnite storyline will reappear. I don't think that element's done for. We still have remains of it over there by the actual loot lake itself, where the cube kind of got its rip location, and also we do have the actual element itself inside the zombies, which came during the season 7 winter event, which was really awesome. But that's it regarding them loading screens. So where are we currently at with the storyline, and what have we expected to happen with all the characters? So, you know, there's a bunch of characters this season, and one thing that I missed out in last week's storyline video, which I'm going to add into this one because it's pretty interesting. I didn't actually notice this, but you guys found this in the comment section. So for those that don't already know this, the Ember skin, which you can see on screen right now from the Battle Pass, actually, from what I know, looks like potentially it could be part of the Fire King's family, maybe daughter or sister, which is interesting. Also, we have the Master Key and the Lux skin, which could be hinting to something in the future. We see that Lux herself has a lock around her neck, and also Master Key has a key around his neck, so potentially that could unlock some sort of superpower or some sort of event type thing that could take place in the Fortnite map. I don't have anything to relate to them really, other than potentially it could be dragons or something like that. I doubt we're actually going to see dragons though in the Fortnite storyline. We have already seen them as a skin. What have come out of these eggs, we haven't actually seen any physical huge flying beasts. So personally, I don't think we're going to get dragons in the Fortnite storyline this season. But you know, these serpent type things, the skins that we already have, which is the ninja skin, have already hatched. We talked about that in the first storyline video for week 0, I guess it was. But anyway, let's keep moving through and showing you guys where else we are at with this. Now, I did talk about it a little bit yesterday regarding the spy situation, and we'll jump to that at the end of the video. For those that haven't seen yesterday's video, we'll mention it a little bit. But I do feel like we potentially could see some of the returns from Season 4. And what I mean by that, some of the returns, I mean other skins back from Season 4 popping in. For example, the government, the visitor, maybe not popping in the item shop, but maybe popping in the back of some of the loading screens. They've still kept some of the classic locations from Season 4, one being the actual kind of villain base, and we also have the superhero base all the way over there by Lonely Lodge. These two seem to still be in the game. So are they going to bring them back to life? Is someone else going to take over these, or is something going to happen at these? I actually do think something will happen at these, because they would have just got rid of them by now. There's no way people still land here. Like, honestly, how many people actually even land here? It's completely dead. To be fair, you can get a good chest run. You've got like the 3 chests here out the front, and 1 chest on the inside up there, and a few other chests probably as well. So it's not a bad spot to land, but honestly, does anyone even land here? Let me know in the comment section down below if you still land at the villain or the hero base. But also, guys, what else do we have regarding characters? Well, I actually believe that Ragnarok potentially could be returning to the storyline. We never really saw much of Ragnarok during Season 5, was it? I think it was Season 5. Ragnarok was kind of just the unlockable skin. But now we have the Vikings moving down the mountain finally into Snobby Shores. We'll have to see regarding the week 4. Unfortunately, it won't be next week. It'll be the week after. We'll have to see if this house does get redesigned into a Viking theme. And that will tell us that Snobby Shores potentially could be overthrown by Vikings, which I think would be absolutely awesome. And obviously, it could hint to the Vikings moving down here. Now, I had a few people in the comment section saying this isn't the Vikings part. So I kind of want to look into that and have a little note of that one. So we can see this logo here with the dragon type thing. If we go up to the Viking base, I want to see if that logo is also up here. Let's see if we can find it. So we still have the same logo up here. So I had a few people in the comment section saying that it's not the Vikings part, it's the pirates. But from what we can tell from the logo up at the Viking Island up here by the boat, we know that this logo here is the exact same logo as down here. So it is 100% confirmed that whoever lives up there, in my opinion, would be Ragnarok, is moving into Snobby Shores or taking over it. And it looks like they're going quite aggressively, because they've got kind of like these positions, or kind of positions where maybe you deploy like archers or spearmen or guards. You've also got a few things on the inside as well, which hint towards that, and they've obviously trashed this house. So clearly makes sense that they are doing it aggressively. So these Vikings are pushing through. They could be working with the Ice King, and an interesting concept would be, imagine if the Ragnarok skin and the Ice King were to team up versus the Fire King and the Pirate skin, which would be absolutely awesome. I think that sort of storyline will be amazing with Blackbeard and obviously the Fire King. It would just be insane. I think that would be pretty cool battle as well for an LTM or something. I feel like Fortnite could definitely fit something in regarding that. We also could sure to keep an eye on all of the blocks around the Fortnite map. Recently, the blocks have been hinting stuff. We obviously have the pirate school one. You know, the blocks don't 100% hint stuff, but they hint the kind of time and the era we are in the Fortnite map. Some of the blocks are completely random, but blocks like this, they do kind of hint something. I believe that this block is kind of tell us something about the pirates. Now, obviously, the designers of the block don't think that when they're building it. But when Fortnite are adding the blocks in, they're not going to add a block in that's not relevant to the map. They're only going to add blocks in that are relevant to the map. I've also seen a bunch of concepts online, people saying that the pirate ship could be drivable, and the same guy also saying that the pirate ship is going to sink. So how do we conclude that one? Well, I don't think the pirate ship is going to be drivable, or I don't think the pirate ship is going to sink either. I know, you know, in the back of the loading screen at the start of the Season 8 kind of lobby screen, should I say, you see a pirate ship kind of broken apart. We saw that with the cube as well in the Season 7 one in the background with the big tower thing. I just think that's just fun that they do. Them loading screens have never actually taken place in the Fallout map. We've had pylons fall over before, we've had all sorts of different mountains. None of that has ever existed, it's just loading screens. And the reason I don't think this boat will be drivable either is because this is completely low. And what I mean by that, you can't really drive a boat in this sort of low water. So I just think this boat's stuck here. I do believe that potentially the sand could get removed. I've talked about that previously, how there's been render glitches and stuff in this area where the sand does despawn and does disappear. So potentially, I do think the sand, sorry, not the sand, the water could get removed and it could only be sand. And it's the same with the sand as well. I do think the sand could get removed and the water could rise a little bit to allow the boat to move around. But I don't think that would be during Season 8. I think that would be more of a Season 9/Season 10 thing regarding storyline right there. So the pirate ship, to me, I feel like it's going to be here for at least 2 seasons before it even starts moving anywhere. So don't think that that one's going to move straight away, guys. You know, there's a lot of people on YouTube saying stuff about that, so I just want to clear that up for everyone regarding that. We also have the spawn vans, which a lot of people are mentioning recently in the community. I was one of the first YouTubers to discover the spawn vans in one of my videos, my map change videos, and obviously I don't know 100% if they are going to be spawn vans. It does make sense if they are, and it would be cool to have them, but we'll have to see. At first, I did believe they were the playground teleporters. They teleport you into the map, but obviously that may have been changed. We kind of got the medkit symbol under here. So I guess this isn't really going to play much in the storyline, but definitely in gameplay styles or gameplay wise, LTMs and stuff, you obviously are going to have a change there if they bring in respawnable vans with back to tanks that you can kind of revive yourself or revive teammates. I think that would be pretty cool. Obviously not revive yourself unless they bring an item in to do that, but revive teammates or bring them back from the dead would be pretty cool. I think that would be an awesome concept if they were to introduce something like that. The final thing I want to mention in today's video is regarding what I mentioned in yesterday's video, and that is the helicopter. If you haven't checked out yesterday's video, I recommend checking it out because I go into a lot more detail and a lot more theories pop up during that video. But I just want to give my 100%, not 100% certain, but what I believe is most likely going to happen with the helicopter, which is located right here. So with the helicopter being introduced within the 8.1 update, we know that the helicopter's rotated 2 locations so far, with the first location being on the other side of Sunny, and also the second location being here. We can tell that the helicopter does relate to some of the Season 4 type government feel, you know, it gives us that sort of vibe, and it could be rotating either around the volcano or around the Fortnite map. I personally believe it's going to rotate around the map because it's looking for a new place to establish for the government, but we'll have to see exactly what's going to happen there. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video though. Don't forget to go and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, keeping up to date with the latest storyline and map change content in the Fortnite universe. I'll keep you guys 100% updated. But yeah, if you guys would like to stay tuned for anything like that, you can. Just hit that subscribe button. And if you've got no one else to support, or you want to support a smaller YouTuber or smaller creator, make sure you go and enter code postboxpat into your item shop. It'd be awesome if you guys could go and support me. I really do respect everyone who goes and does that, and if you go and tweet me, I'll be sure to give you a shout out in future videos. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and once again, this is postboxpat signing out.